I love to push the limits. I love to just push a little bit harder. And that's what I did all of 2023. How hard can I fucking push my body to find out when I'm going to break? And I never thought that I would find when it would break. And we did in September. That was, I fractured the leg originally in April, never let it correctly heal. And then because of that, I started compensating so bad that over Leadville, over the Bronx race, over the Zilker relay, leading into September, we towed the line to that 100 with 3 stress fractures in the leg from compensation because I never let the original fracture heal. So that completely took us out September, October, November, December, leading into January, starting running again and just getting that itch that I needed to go do something. So completely not on the calendar. I decided I wanted to go to Rocky Raccoon. That was the first race of 2024. And we went out there, we had a phenomenal day. Like we didn't have any issues at all outside of it being a fucking mud fest. And I rolled the ankle 3 times, once at mile 3 right off the bat, again at 50, and then you and I were together when I rolled it again at 70. But it took us 5 hours to go the last 10 miles. And so the biggest thing is I just spent 5 months broken. And that was, I think, the true moment. Like I think I was supposed to go to Rocky to finally understand who I am as a runner and who I wanted to be. And it was in that moment, literally, like I have goosebumps, literally tears that I had to pull out once again, twice in a row, and DNF a race that immediately set me forward into what my success was going to be in 2024, which was taking that time off in February and then going out in March, at the end of March, 6 weeks later, and fully healthy for the very first time, no fucking excuses going into that race, and we pound out a 19-hour 100. With 2024 after Rocky, all eyes are on the Run Across Texas. There's no reason to go out, do anything that's not running pavement, running interstate, running highway, running in the sun, running at night. There's no reason to do any of that because all eyes are on the Run Across Texas. And that's what I learned at Rocky. That allowed me to kind of manipulate my entire year to take those things off of my plate and focus on this one big effort. So, the main goal was to go to San Antonio and get the experience of running on the interstate, being safe, and what's it gonna look like when we run across Texas. My personal goal after you literally sent me the route was obviously the FKT. Like I wanted to do the FKT so bad. And now I understand why the FKT was done in October and not done in what was so far the hottest day of the year. And it just so happened to line on the day that we started and it was 107 degrees.
I missed you. It was good. How was your run so far?
How was your flight? Can we take these?
Yeah.
It was good. It's a little hot.
Yeah, I know. You got it.
And so, it was easy coasting out. Like it was 107 degrees. The biggest thing was my heart rate. Like as soon as I took off, my heart rate was in the 170s. Like as soon as I left the Alamo, I looked down, my heart rate's 170. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm way too hyped up right now. So for me, it was, running through those neighborhoods was like, how can I calm myself down to get my heart rate down? Because I, usually even running out here in this heat, my heart rate's 150, 155. And I knew I had to bring that down. So I got the heart rate down. I'm in a pretty good rhythm. Just 9:15 is right where I'm at. Yeah. When do I need to finish this 5? Next time you see me, 15 minutes. Woo! All right. I like that. That's good. That works. everything was fine. You know, I've ran that distance. I've ran 30 so many times. And, you know, I mean, I'll go loop Ladybird Lake 3 times and run 30s and it's fine.
On the neck?
Yeah, no, 'cause I don't want my shorts. My shorts stuck to my head. Woo! I just got I got really fucking hot.
Wipe yourself off
it's
with
not,
that.
It's not even hot.
Yeah, let's get walking.
Well, not.
Water.
Being boot and moves.
Fuck, it's so fucking hot.
Yeah, it'll be cooler till the sun hits.
Can we say anything cool?
Got anything cool?
No, but these are always the videos that I look back at and I'm always like, damn, I really could have said something cool. But then when I'm here in the point, all I can think of is how bad I want to hang myself.
Talk your gas, boy.
But the problem here was at 40, I couldn't regulate my body temperature. And I don't know why, because we didn't have any fueling issues. We had no stomach issues, I wasn't fatigued. But the problem was that, when you're out in the sun and you feel the heat beating on your back, you can almost feel it radiating off your shoulders to the back of your ears. So for me, what I noticed was all of a sudden, out of nowhere, every 20 minutes, I would just feel this heat radiating to the back of my ears. And that was when, someone would hop out with a towel or water. But the problem was that I was so hot that you would put that towel on me, and it was like getting out of a sauna and hopping straight into an ice bath, where you're you're instantly, you can't breathe, and your whole body tenses up. And so it was causing a lot of issues, I think, with my rhythm. I would get so hot, and then you guys would try to cool me off, and then my whole rhythm would get messed up. And then from 40 to 43, it was the most rapid deterioration from heat exhaustion that I had ever experienced. And the biggest thing for me was being prior military. I had been out in these hot, strenuous training environments, and in the military we call them heat cats, which is where you fall out because of the heat. And when we were doing a training exercise in, I think, 2015 out in the desert, I heat catted twice, where I had to go to the medical tent, get cooled off, get an IV. And traditionally they say if that happens once, you're more susceptible to it as it goes. And I knew that feeling from having that happen to me multiple times. I knew that feeling then of what it felt like leading up to back then. And I was experiencing that same thing out there and just showing signs of heat exhaustion. Well, we really shit the bed on this one.
Hold on, buddy. Hold on. You want the Mach X's?
I don't know. I want to take a second. I've been moving for 8.5 hours. I've never done that before. I can't cool myself down. I'm running at a 12-minute pace, and my heart rate's 168 right now. Mm-hmm. And then I'll slow down to like a 13 and it'll drop to like 130s. And then I try to speed up and hit those 11s and 10s. And that's when I start feeling the heat on my shoulders.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I have no idea.
Even out.
Do you see me just sweating, just sitting
Yeah.
here? My body is fucked. You know, we were only 26 miles out from Austin. And that was when we kind of had the conversation like, hey, is the heat gonna really mess us up going 26 more miles? Do you really want this FKT? Like, you know, or do you want to train for the run across Texas and then move on? And that was another point that I promised myself post Rocky Raccoon was, you know, I'm not in this to have people see that I attempted the FKT and I ran to Austin, good job. You know, I'm in this because I said I was gonna run across Texas, and that is the goal. And, you know, so we did 50, we did 51, and, you know, that was when we kind of decided like, hey, Texas is the goal. You know, you guys kind of told me, you know, FKT is FKT. You can get the FKT at any time. Go back in December and easily rip it. And that's where I had to let go of my personal goal, because now leading into Texas, so many people involved, so many of you are giving up your time and effort. Why fuck myself up now to get a good job when we already said we're gonna run across Texas? Let's go run across Texas and not fuck anything up in the process. So I had to let go of my personal goals, which I obviously keep holding close to me and I keep trying to get those, but it's still just such a learning process. You know, I started running in 2021. Like I said, I didn't race my first race until 2022, 2 years ago. And, you know, so I'm still learning. My top 3 things that I took away from running 50 miles is, number 1, every single person within your crew has to have a job and they have to know exactly what that job is. Because you can't have, it's a simple saying of you can't have 5 chiefs. And we did such a good job at, like, we knew who the crew chief was, we knew who the crew supporter was, we knew who the driver was, we knew who was doing media. And it was executed perfectly. The second thing that I learned was liquid nutrition has a very high probability of working for me. You know, if shit does go south and you can't eat solid foods, we pack down 38 Go Gels. And then the third takeaway was gaining a little bit of confidence in the fact that we were running 830 miles for probably the marathon. And then, you know, slowing it down, like we were banking time. I found a lot of confidence in the fact of the run across Texas isn't going to be anywhere close to that. Like, it's not going to be that type of effort. You know, we did it overnight on Sunday. I woke up on Monday and I was able to walk. And I was able to squat down. And I'm used to doing these efforts like Leadville or the 19-hour 100. I was fucked afterwards. Like, I was destroyed. So gaining the confidence in the fact that I can do volume at that intensity, and I was still able to run 3 miles the next day. Was it painful? Yeah, it was very painful. But I know I texted you and I'm like, dude, like, I think I could rip 50. It's not gonna be at an 8-minute pace, but I know that I could continue going. So it's been really cool to, you know, build that confidence. So that's definitely my third one, is it built a lot of confidence in the fact that I know that I am conditioned to keep running multiple days in a row. I think now I've ran 40 some days in a row. So having that confidence in my endurance, I feel like we really, you know, the biggest thing we learned is that we have the foundation, and now we take this, you know, our foundation right now is just scattered. We know that it's gonna work, but it's just scattered out. It's like, how can we now bring all of that into a single pile and perfectly just start piecing together the Lego set? And we have 4 months to do it.
Go down a little bit. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
God damn.
That'll get you.
Dude, that made my balls tingle.